What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys, and today I have a review of one of the most anticipated figures of the year for me. It is the Transformers Studio Series, Transformers the movie, Optimus Prime. That's alright, my zillions. This figure just might have the touch enough to be the best of the year. But will it? I don't know. We haven't done the review yet, have we? But it was definitely one of my most anticipated of the year. And unfortunately, I had to cancel it last month, but luckily I was able to get it not 1 month later, which is fantastic. I did ultimately get mine at a big bad toy store. Initially, I did have it on pre-order at Amazon. And it was like about to ship. I had gotten notice it was gonna be shipping very shortly when I was like, I can't do it right now. I have to cancel it, like pretty much everything in October and beyond. But you know, little by little, trying to get those that I canceled that I think I really need to have in my collection and for review here back. And here it is. This box art is really nice. I mean, if you've watched Transformers, this movie, this scene is absolutely epic. One of the greatest Transformers scenes ever filmed, in my opinion. Yeah, it's just so cool. I mean, look, we all know what happens with Optimus in this movie. It passes the scene, but he's got this scene. And now we have a figure from this scene. With possibly the coolest Optimus ever produced by Hasbro and Takara. That isn't a masterpiece, so let's put that out there. Just in case, I don't want to get in trouble from the masterpiece people, but I'm not really a masterpiece type of guy. So, let's see, it's still pricey. This thing costs $90. So, you know, you're getting up there in price, even in the main line. But the Studio Series has been a little notch above, like, the legacy stuff, like Generations. So, without any further ado, let's just get to this review. Like always with the Studio Series reviews, we do start out with the backdrop that they include, should you wish to keep it. I never do. It's just cardboard for me. You heard my shtick before. Or if you knew, I don't care for this. This is whatever. But it is, you know, set up as a nice stage. And let's bring in Optimus to show you how he stands there. Does look pretty cool if you should decide to keep it. But me, I won't. But it is very nice. And here now officially is Optimus out of the package. You know, I like saying that. But yeah, officially now. Here he is out of the package. And he's pretty cool. We're gonna keep to robot mode for now and not show off. Obviously, it comes with the trailer and stuff. We're gonna get to that when we get into alt vehicle mode. Let's stick with Optimus here first. I mean, it is a really... Look at it. I mean, it is a really good looking piece. And, you know, for those that were wondering, no, it is not like the Earthrise Optimus. It's not anything like that. Or any of those. It is a bigger piece. I would say, you know, kind of Voyager size. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. I don't know. Like... you know, with the trailer and stuff, it does become more, I don't know about Commander class price. Yeah, but, you know, it does look good. He feels substantial. It feels like an awesome, like, quality figure. There's no doubt about it. Like, I mean, that you cannot argue that doesn't look like 86 Optimus. You know, like, it is... I'd say it's pretty perfect in that regard. Yeah, he's got the backpack thing going on, but like this is a transformer. This is a transforming toy. It's a transformer, but it's a transforming toy, which means it's gonna have to hide stuff somewhere. So a little bit of backpack, you know, we're kind of used to these things. I do think it looks fine for what it is. You know, like it looks like a nice little thing there. And I do like that he's pretty solid throughout. There's no gaps, which is good, really good. Like, I'm enjoying, I mean, if you could call that a gap, but, you know, you need to rest your arm somewhere. So, I mean, you gotta bring it down for transformation. I don't really consider this much of any sort of like, hollow bit there. Like it's good. It is really, really good. I mean, he definitely looks the part. I like it. Proportions are excellent, in my opinion. That's the thing with a lot of the Optimus that they've done. Like they've failed to capture that kind of stature of the 86 Optimus, even in like their masterpiece line. Like even though that new MP44, that newer MP44 looks more like it's supposed to be, he still looks a little bit off, in my opinion, not having it in hand. You could say differently. Yes, there's plenty of third-party ones that hit the mark, but I'm talking, Hasbro here. He's pretty good. I have heard some folks talking about some paint chipping on theirs. I haven't seen it other than this little dot. Can you even see it? Let's zoom in. That little dot right there. Don't know if that's a paint chip or what. There's a little dot there. Black dot on the white. It's noticeable because it's black on white. But that's like the only thing I'm noticing on my copy. And that's not a big deal. I could do something with that. Anywho, let's keep it here. The, the like midsection here. Krajiji section. And these hip skirts. They look good. The yellow, it's not like a super bright yellow. It's a nice yellow, muted yellow on the white. Looks very, very good. Then you got the blue here underneath the Krajiji that goes there. And that looks good too. You got gray inside there. Got the white legs, which are molded very nicely. Molding back here is really good. Good sculpt. All the way down the legs. And now let's talk about this right away. Let's get it out of the way. This is something that apparently, that they did wrong. They misassembled this part here. Yeah, this is silly. I'm gonna say it. This is silly. Should have happened. No, but what I have noticed this, if not for folks that are so like super nitpicky about this stuff, absolutely not. I would have never have noticed this. And I'm just addressing this because it means nothing to me. So what's wrong here is apparently, see this little lip that goes around the red and gray here? Apparently that's supposed to be over this, and that little lip there is supposed to be flush to the ground. But not the part that's inside here. That's supposed to stay the way it is. The red is on the right side, the gray is on the right side. So some folks are like completely taking this apart. There's a pin in here that you have to take out, popping this out, flipping it. I mean, or just taking it and flipping it to the other side. I think that's what they're doing. I'm not going to mess with the pins here. I don't care. And I don't care about this. Folks are saying, oh, he doesn't stand as well. This guy stands totally fine. I honestly think folks are barking up a tree that does not need to be barked on. I don't even know, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know if that's wrong, like, as far as what they wanted to do. Because it just feels like in here, yeah, you got more molded detail than over here, but it's still molded detail, and, like, I don't know, this little lip actually feels like it should be down. Like, it feels like the bottom of his foot. It looks the bottom of his foot. It doesn't look like it should be flipped around. So for my money, I am totally fine with this. I'm not going to be paying for it, nor do I think it is a fault. So I will move on, and that's all I have to say about that. I really wanted to address that because ever since I saw that, I was like, you got to be kidding me. This is not worth it. Anywho, you got silver here, which looks really good. A nice little hint of red here, which is very cool. I like that. Molded detail all along the side of the legs look good. And then on the front of the legs, the sculpt work is very, very nice. Yes, over here, you want to say it like this. The lip on the front foot is in the right spot, right? So that's probably how it's supposed to be in the back. But again, not a big deal. It's on the back of the foot. Stop getting crazy. He does not stand weird at all. I don't know what folks are talking about. So anywho, save yourself the trouble. Don't even think about it. It's not worth it. Anywho, all of the bottom looks good to me. Midsection looks awesome. You got the silver paint here. You got the gray around there. Then for the chest, as you can see, we have the metallic grayish blue. You have orange lights up here, which looks really good. The whole chest looks pretty excellent in my opinion. And then to the arms, to the sides here, a lot of molded detail. Again, you have the backpack. You got the silver on the backpack, which actually looks really nice. The arms look pretty good. You got the pipes. You got the Autobot symbol there. The arm detail is pretty decent. The hands look pretty good. They are articulated fingers, which is, you know, pretty excellent for mainline. Very, very nice. I do like that you could give it different looks with it. I think that's pretty cool, so excellent there. I will say my pipe on this side tends to move around a little bit too freely. This one, pretty tight. This one, a little free. It's not the biggest of deals, but I definitely wanted to point that one out because it's on the front and it, you know, can move around on you kind of easy. So that to me is a bigger deal. Then the head sculpt. That is fantastic. That is a great Optimus head sculpt. The mouth looks fantastic. The eyes look great. You can see there's black around the blue, and I love that. The gray on his forehead looks awesome. The full helmet all together looks good. You got a lot of nice molded detail on the back. Profile looking great from just about all angles here. I love how much the mouth comes out. I mean, that's the thing with Optimus. You need that, you know, and the gray looks fantastic. So you got that little sculpt work in there at the jawline, which is perfectly done. So very, very nice in my opinion, looks-wise. I think this Optimus definitely did it. It has the touch. Well, I don't want to say that because that'll be for the end. We got to see everything that's involved here. But right now, looks-wise alone, it scores big for me. And as far as articulations mode, the head moves like so. You can move back and forth a little bit. It's on a big ball joint. So, you know, do with it what you will. The body, just at the waist, the swivel. I do wish, like, for some of these types of figures, they gave us some sort of, like, rib, you know, like ab crunch here. But they don't. You got the hinge, you got the swivel at the shoulder, you have a bicep swivel, you have a single jointed elbow, which is kind of deep. It goes the other way too for transformation. Then you have a hinge, not a hinge, a swivel at the wrist, and like I said, the fingers are articulated. Got two separate joints there. Well, three, you got the fingers there, so that's pretty good. Then at the legs, full split, kicks forward. The hip skirts do move out of your way for you, which is excellent. They go back. The back skirts also move, so that is excellent. You have a swivel at the thigh. You have a single jointed knee, which that is awesome. That's all you need. And then this is opening up a little bit on me. Then you have a ankle rocker, a little tilt there. Well, so the ankle tilt, I would say. And the front part moves, you know, forward and back. The back part does move as well, but it doesn't go upwards, so there's that. But I'd say it's pretty good articulation overall on Optimus. Yeah, it works. As far as accessories, first up, we get, of course, the Matrix of Leadership, and you have to open it from the bottom. There's a little slit there. You just stick your nail in there to get it open. And then, coolly, you have this little extra piece that has nice molded detail. That is there, a little protector in the movie that kind of flips up, and then it reveals the matrix inside, which has some nice silver and gold. Well, although that's kind of orangey. Does it come out? I'm sure it comes out. There we go. And it's pretty cool. Check it out. The middle is done in nice translucent blue. You got the silver, and this is kind of more like a copper. Very, very nicely sculpted. One of the it's really small, but one of the nicer looking matrix of leaderships there have been. Also, a lot of nice molded detail in the crevice there of his chest. But let's put that back there because he's not ready to give it up to Hot Rod quite yet, or Ultra Magnus either. But yeah. That's where that goes. It's hidden very well. I like it a lot. Next up, we have his Energon X, which is pretty cool. I mean, nothing special about this. But, you know, the translucency looks good. I do like, actually, there's something special, that the middle is more frosted than the edges. You can see how that's sculpted. It's pretty good. It actually gives it a nice effect. So yeah, you know what? I take it back. It's not bad at all. It's pretty good, actually. So for this, what you want to do is you have to open up the bottom here of his hand. Yeah, actually, you have to do from here. This whole thing pops open. Yeah, that's different. So make sure his hand is all balled up, and then you can pop it back. And then you can close it up, and that reveals a little peg that I love this. I love this. And then you pop this in there, and that's how it's supposed to be. Oh, check this out. I did not realize that when I was doing articulation, but let's drop it back a little bit. This actually could pop out of here to create a butterfly joint. Oh man, that is cool. That's really awesome. Nice job. I like that. That is awesome. And this is awesome too. So very, very nice. This is how it's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be created out of that. And that's how it looks. So this is excellent. Really, really good. Then, of course, we get his blaster. And this looks really, really nice. It is very cool looking. Done in a beautiful gunmetal. The sculpt is excellent. There's just one problem with it, and it is a big problem with it, and so far this is my biggest issue with this figure is they made the little handle here, little post there, way too small. Like, it goes in his hand, but because, and this is like a problem with so many Optimus figures, like the back part just kind of stops everything, and that is just like the handle is just too short to stay in his hand good. So I mean, it stays. It's not gonna fall out, but I mean, I'm like, with every step, I'm like kind of like popping it out, you know, like it's easily popped out. And they made the hand able to hold a much longer stem here, and yet they didn't do it. Like, I think that's a major fail. Like, why would you do that? Why? Why give this guy a short handle that, you know, is easily pop-outable? Like, that is bad. In my opinion, and see, that's not nice either. But that's whatever. I care less about that than the gun falling out of his hand. Like, you have articulated fingers. You got a nicely sculpted inner hand that could hold that, you know, a long post there. And you did that. And I don't get it. Like, why would you do such a thing? I mean, look how much of it doesn't even go in. Like, it's short enough, and yet it doesn't go all the way down because it's blocked by that. What a bummer. Like, I mean, it holds it, and I'm not gonna keep that from like making me love the figure because I do really like it. But the gun is kind of a really big part of Optimus, and I really liked the Super 7 Optimus Prime. It was actually a beautiful Optimus Prime, and honestly, one of the better like G1 looking figures. And he also has a problem holding a gun. It's like, guys, this is really, really important. Design it so Optimus can hold a gun. Better than this. Like, he's holding it. But yeah, any messing around of it, like, it just pops out. And just there's just like all this open space in here where like I don't understand why. It like barely goes over this little spot. It's just odd, and there's really no excuse for it. Like, it's a little piece of plastic that could have been longer. What are you guys doing? Additionally, you can put the gun on the back here. Here's a slot for that, and that looks really good. Like, I like how that looks. You rarely see Optimus holding a gun like that, but he just has it. But that looks cool. I do dig that. Lastly, we do get an effect part. We get two, actually. This one's a little warped on mine, but that's not a big deal. You could unwarp that to go at the end of this blaster. Yeah, that works. It looks a little weird, but it's fine. It's just on an orange, and it's totally fine. So for size comparisons, first up, here is both the Siege, though that's the premium finish one, and Earth Arise Optimus Prime. So you can see he is taller than them. And here he is with the MP10 Optimus as well as the Super 7. Mostly this one to show that G1 aesthetic a little bit. More like, this one does have a more white. This has more gray. This is TV show though. This is movie. Lastly, as far as Optimus Primes go, here are all the Optimus Primes that are still in contention for my tops of the year list. I don't know if all of these will ultimately make it, but they're all still on my list for consideration. Conspicuous by his absence was the last Optimus Prime I reviewed, the G1 Legacy United. That one's not making my list. That one's not even in my collection anymore. But for one last fitting size comparison, here is the Studio Series Optimus Prime with the Studio Series Hot Rod and the Studio Series Ultra Magnus, both from the movie. Man, Ultra Magnus is huge. Any Hot Rod's too small. These sizes are a little bit odd. I don't know. Like, Optimus to Hot Rod, that's not the worst. I feel like Ultra Magnus is just tremendous. But that's a heck of a commander class figure. But he's kind of an all-in-one. Optimus, he does have a separate trailer, so that's how you kind of figure the price out. And with that all said, there's only one thing left to do, and that's transform and roll out. us all transformed up. And yeah, that was a little more complicated than the mainline stuff usually is. I was a little involved. It was almost Masterpiece-esque. Almost. But yeah, that was a little involved and painful because a lot of the stuff is very, very tight. And I actually injured my thumb. It looks like I have a long thumbnail, but I just cut these. And it just, it ripped my nail off my skin a little bit. My cuticle, ouch. Trying to get some of these things out of where they were. But it's okay. I feel like I'm having a issue with the stand, like flat. Like it's rolling, so I guess it's flat enough right now. Where are we? There we are. It's flat, but I'm still getting like a weird, not quite flat, look, like a little gappage here. Like I feel like these parts aren't connecting as well as they could. I don't know, it's okay. It's not like my favorite cab ever. It looks good in the front. You see the windows in that metallic blue again, which looks pretty good. There's actually like glass over it, sort of like plastic, clear plastic, which looks pretty good. Mirrors here look good. The grille looks good. The bumper, all in silver, yellow lights, silver lights up here. The wheels have silver in them, which is pretty good. This is the piece that like hurt my nail, like flipping this around. And also, when I stopped recording the transformation, I had forgotten to flip this over. But then I did it, and I was like, I'm not recording that. But anywho, it's not bad. Autobot symbols over there. Also, this part, I like this part, and this is like always with Hasbro's directions. There's always parts where I'm like, what? Or how did I miss that? And it's very easy to miss, and it's not very clear. My suggestion to Hasbro is, why not have a section on one of your websites where you just do video tutorials? Like the official video tutorial, for any of this stuff. Wouldn't that like make a lot of sense? I don't know. I feel like it would make a lot of sense to me to have that. Why do we have to wait for somebody else to do it? Like you do it. You do it, guys, because your directions aren't hot. Printed directions. I don't know. I always have some sort of issue with it. And now I have some... damn. I have some red that went on his leg from this thing. That's a big boo. That's a big boo. I'm not happy with that. I'm very, very not happy with that. So, ugh. Bleh. I'm going to give it a big bleh. So I'm annoyed right now. This is what this looks like with the flipped feet. I don't care if you like it or not. It's fine. There's molded detail here. That's fine. It's okay. It's just like, like the transformation just annoyed me. It wasn't fun. Like, I'm in pain. My finger hurts. And, yeah, I shouldn't for this style of Transformer. But anywho, here it is. You like it? You don't like it? Let me know down below. Also, of course, you can put his gun there should you wish. And for our size comparison in this mode, here is Optimus with our trusty Optimus Prime and our not-so-trusty Nemesis Prime. I like our trusty Optimus Prime the best here. But of course, we're not done yet because we got more stuff. We have a trailer. So obviously, you could stand the trailer on a little stand. And it looks pretty good. You got gray here. Got an outline of darker gray. You got the Autobot symbol. You got a lot of nice molded detail. Wheels. This is what the back looks like with the red. That looks all cool. Close that. And then you have a little hitch. You pop in there. And then, you know what? This is nicer. Not rolling super good because, why should it? Because this is not going down for me all the way. Of course, I could be doing something completely wrong there. Whatever. But, it should roll. But yeah, it's all right. It looks okay. You guys let me know what you think, but it looks okay. Optimus in this mode actually has two little effect parts, and you actually have to put them together like so. But these are really nice and done in that orange that we've seen. And this is to create the scene where Optimus is kind of flying upwards, blasting off his his mode over here, and he's about to transform. I don't know if I think that I had it right the first time. Like that. And then you put this like here. Little notches there. And then you got the touch. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, it's cute. And if you want to recreate that scene, hey, have at it. You have the means now. You got the touch. So we also get Roller. That's right. It's pretty cool. Done in silver. You got black wheels. Some gray plastic on the bottom. At least this is painted silver. It's really nice. You could fit a headmaster in here. I don't have any handy. Or I would assume like a Diaclone, pilot. Those would probably work well too. But yeah, you could definitely fit little guys in there. Or you could keep it, on its own, because it is a little drone after all. Additionally, a Roller could carry the whole trailer. Take that, Optimus. Does it much better. We also get this. This is the little repaired combat drone. I forget exactly what it's called. But it definitely repair is one of the things it does. But it's all folded up like this. And when it's folded up like this, we could actually attach it to Roller. And then you have this cool little combined thing. And we could also use the little effect parts that we use for Optimus's gun for this as well. So, that's why it is two. It's not just if you lose one. It's for a little pew, pew, pew. And that is pretty cool. This little thing also has a cockpit, I believe. I don't know if it opens, actually. It looks like it should open. Doesn't it open? I don't know. I'm going to hurt my nails, I think, again. But I think it should open. Or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. There is a hinge there. Yeah, it opens. This is a really small cockpit. You might be able to fit something in there, but you might not. But it opens, so that's pretty cool. Then looking into the trailer a little further, first you could open this, and you could open up this whole thing down here, and that would be a spot to store all of this stuff. It's kind of neat, right? Little storage. That storage I like. That is storage that I like, because it's just out of the way, and it's cool. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Then on the bottom here, we have these things that open up, and this turns, and then you could put it down like so, because then obviously you could open up the trailer, and then you could drop that down. And then, trusty Optimus could roll onto it. But you could get other things to roll onto it, like Roller and some smaller cars, of course. There's a fair amount of molded detail inside here. It's not so bad. There's also spots to, like, put all your weaponry and stuff. I don't know if I guessed right on this, but hey, whatever. Yeah, there's spots all over. These guys have holes in it. I don't know why you would do it, but I mean, just so you don't lose it, it is an all-in-one little storage center for your weapons later on when you just close everything up. This doesn't belong here. This will belong here. See, you do one, then you figure things out. I'm guessing this belongs back here. Pretty good. I'm guessing the gun, I don't know where the gun is, would go over here. I don't think we have anything else. But yeah, that is pretty neat. And of course, then we take this guy, and he does kind of all fold up and open up. like so, which is cool. I like that. Always like that. And then we place him in here. And he's got the little hand that's articulated. Ooh, little thing opens up there. Oh, my nails are not happy. But yeah, I mean, all of this is open. That is awesome. I love that. I really do. That is so cool. So classic. It is nice. It is. You have Roller, you know, he could go back and forth here. So it's sweet, guys. It really is. They did a good job with this part for sure. And here's his gun. There is a spot on both sides where you could attach this. See if I can do it from far away. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh, Roller, come back. Roller also has a little docking section right there. So it could just stay there. That's pretty cool. Oh, and speaking of Roller and this drone thing, you could also, forgot this. I mean, you could do it like this as well, you know, and then you have the thing shooting out too. So it's like a giant, like, I'm coming to get you. Johnny 5 is alive. This turns, by the way, too. So pretty cool. Nicely articulated. Of course, this also has a different function. We could stand it and we get Optimus in there, even though Optimus is not transformed right now. Let's use this Optimus as a stand-in. But, you know, he can stand there, get repaired, whatever. I think that's the repair bay. I think that's how it goes, if I remember correctly. Like, yeah. Like, this guy could come down. Repair. Stuff like that. But he has actual Optimus that belongs here. That was silly. But, like, you know, hey. You saw what a different Optimus looked like on here. But I had to transform this guy back anyway, right? So, yeah. There he is. Standing there. He's pretty cool. He looks good. You know, I mean, this is a pretty cool set. I did, you know, get paint rub on there. That's a bummer. We'll see if I could get that out somehow. And any suggestions? Let me know. Like, what will work best on here? I'm not 100% sure. But just to note, before we get to actual final thoughts, transforming this guy back was a lot easier, much more intuitive to do it back. Do you guys ever feel like transforming from alt mode to robot mode is always easier? Because it always is for me. Like, whenever I do it, it's just, I don't know, muscle memory, even just doing it once, it just makes sense going back the other way. Transforming is always a pain. Going back the other way is a breeze. Like, no directions needed at all. I don't know. It is what it is. But it was good. It salvages a little bit of what I hated going the other way. Oh, I forgot to put down this and this. Which I don't think I even showed that. Another one of those things where it's like kind of hard to get out. But not as bad as these things that flipped that caused that and hurt my finger. But overall, I mean, look, it's a nice set. It's got some quirks, but let's talk about it. And my final thoughts, you know, look, this is a really great overall package. Like, definitely, I'll say it right now, a serious contender for best of the year, which is what my expectation was. There's a few pieces that will challenge it, and there's a couple of pieces yet to come out this year that, if I get them in time, might challenge it as well. But my expectation when this was announced and was shown, I was just like, oh my gosh, that might be the best of the year, just because of how big of an Optimus Prime fan I am. Robot-wise, it doesn't disappoint. It looks the part, it looks incredible. It might be the best looking Optimus Prime, most accurate looking Optimus Prime in my collection, that I feel like, from my mind's eye to the figure, looking at it, everything looks right, proportions, everything. Colors, like, it just looks really, really good. The articulation is pretty nice for a Transformer of, Studio Series Transformer, or, any, like, mainline Transformer. I think it works really, really well. In this mode, I only had a couple of little QC issues. One, and that was that little weird little dot. I did get another one while I was transforming it, the little paint rub there. That's a bummer. That's, I feel like, on me more than anything. The biggest deal here to me, oh, well, the other QC issue is, of course, the way this is flipped, but to me, it's a non-issue, and, you know, no offense, but I'm just not geeky enough to care about this as an issue. It really isn't. I would never have noticed it at all, and I have a massive Optimus Prime collection. I just don't care about that. I don't think in those nitpicky ways for a lot of things, and that's one of those things I would never care about. My big issue is the gun, because the blaster is such an iconic part of Optimus Prime. The fact that they made the handle that, I sorry they call it handle the whole time, but whatever. This little nub should have been much longer so it could fit into his hand a lot easier. Not a lot easier, a lot better, and not fall out when you're really playing around with it. I think it's a bummer. I think it's inexcusable. It doesn't make any sense why they would have done that. It sort of ruins some of the awesomeness about it. I just don't get it. Why? Why would you do that? I hope it's not accuracy, because who cares? It's just a little nub. You made the hand, big enough to hold it. Why wouldn't you do that? I don't get it. But other than that, transformation was a bit complicated, honestly. Everything, there was a lot of tightness. Oh, this little thing moves around a little bit too much. That's not the biggest issue to me. I think I could tighten that anyway. The transformation, yeah, it was a little bit of a, it could have been a little bit better. A little more intuitive. Transforming him back, though, was pretty nice. And that trailer is really cool. I really liked it. It really surprised me. I'm not a trailer guy. Just don't have room for them in my collection, so I try to stay away from them. But it was a lot of fun. I have to say, every part of it just was really cool. Really just a joy to deal with. And that was shocking. So overall, this is a really nice package. I think it's worth the money. He's a big guy. The trailer, there's a lot of accessories, like the effect parts in the cab mode is pretty cool. The cab mode also, it could have been better. I don't really love it. But I'm never transforming this back, so there's that as well. But overall, yeah, it's good. It's going to be a contender, and I'm happy it is finally here. There you go, guys. That is my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're new to the channel, why don't you go and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection. Most definitely with some Transformers. Till next time, peace out.